What's going on with her leg? Did she break it?
So what happens when you stand her up?
Well, right now it's all curled up. She can't even use her like whole left side. What happened to my love?
Well, she doesn't. Her foot's not curled anymore.
Okay, maybe she's just tired. No, something's wrong.
Yeah.
She's not acting right. All right, good morning. So we have what we think is possibly Bumblefoot. I came out last night and there was a chicken at the end of the ramp sideways, and of course I'm thinking the worst, she's dead. But no, she was asleep, but unfortunately her left leg was not working. It didn't appear to be Bumblefoot. I've never dealt with Bumblefoot before, but I think we may be dealing with Bumblefoot for a couple of chickens. So I went to Tractor Supply and we're gonna put some Epsom salt. I think it was about a teaspoon of Epsom salt in some water, and we're gonna soak their feet for about 10 minutes. Banix, this one was on sale. There's a couple different brands, but this will basically work for any of your livestock. It does wounds, fungus, scratches, rain rot, ringworm, ear infections, and hot spots. I did buy some wraps, but we're gonna not wrap them. So here we go. This is gonna be fun. Oh, I got some treats too to make their life a little easier. And mine, hopefully. Because 10 minutes is a long time to hold a chicken in water if they don't like it. So this is her hurt leg. All the other girls are not acting hurt. And this one doesn't even look like it might be that bad, but there may be a little scab here. So we're gonna soak her in 10 minutes. Then I'm gonna try to pick the scab, drain the pus, and then apply the medicine. Treats for comfort. Now, this is gonna be hard. And I've never done this before. So let's get the tweezers. We're gonna try to pick off this scab. All right, girl, I'm gonna have to dig in here. Because if left untreated or not treated correctly, it can get into their bloodstream because it's like a staph infection. You did good. You did so good. Yes, you did. I hope I helped you. I know. I know, Mama. All right, we got fresh water in. And this girl, y'all, I'm feeling really like a horrible chicken owner. All right, I really need to get bandages. It was kind of a mixed thing on wrapping and not wrapping up there, so kind of thinking wrapping would be better. See, this scab actually comes off. Unlike the other little mama, hers didn't really have a scab. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap them. You just want to make sure you can get 2 fingers in there so that it's not too tight. And honestly, this can be caused because of all the rain we've had. I had to get new wood chips in there. The roost they chose is a little too high, so that could do it when they're jumping down, but I don't really think that's it. It's so weird, like she has a worse case, but then the other one's acting like she can't walk. So that worries me. It's definitely not too tight. Whether it stays on is a whole nother story. All right, we're gonna see how that goes because this one isn't really that bad. All right, little mama. Boom. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if anyone else has it, but we're about to go through every single chicken. All right, well, we're not doing wraps because I'm pretty sure a chicken just ate it. I saw one running by with something orange in its hand and it's gone. So the conclusion I have made, no one has any bad infections of Bumblefoot. There's definitely some abscesses in some of them, and some of the scab, like You want to be careful when you're picking off the scabs because you're not gonna keep their wraps on. I can't do that for every chicken. Not that they all have it, but I have the one last night quarantined because I don't know that she has Bumblefoot because there just wasn't really a big enough scab, and if it was, it wasn't bad. That's not what hurt her. I think she just hurt her foot. So she is quarantined in her own little cage. Well, not quarantined, but she's, secure in her own little cage until hopefully she heals up. But what I am doing for everyone is the Epsom salt will help to draw out the infection. So I'm gonna soak everybody's feet in Epsom salt. I don't always do things correctly. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. I go off of other homesteaders like you guys or what I see on TikTok and try to do my best, and that's all you can do. I love my girls, and so I'm just gonna soak them in Epsom salt, put on some antibacterial spray, and probably continue to do that throughout the week and just watch them and see how it goes. So update on this chicken, everyone else seems fine. This little girl, been getting Epsom salt baths every day and short walks. And foraging, but her foot still seems hurt, so I don't let her out for too long, but I'm sorry, I'm not gonna keep her in a cage all day long. So we're gonna just keep monitoring her and at least make her life as happy as possible for right now, depending on whatever's going on with her.
Not good news on the property at all. We think our chicken did not have Bumblefoot, or it could have had Bumblefoot, but just a very mild case of it. I think it's I'll probably butcher this, Coccidiosis. Coccidiosis. It's that #1 killer of chickens.
Because I saw this morning, like, she's laid 1 egg since she's been out, and I mean, I'm trying to think of how to explain it. She had a bloody mucusy stool.
Yeah.
And she's lethargic, but she's eating.
Yeah, she's still eating.
She got some of my
actually,
breakfast.
we have her just right out here right now. Gave her some, leftover breakfast. So
let's get you out of the sun, though.
Not hesitating to eat, not hesitating to drink, but just not moving. So we are going to try the medicated treatment.
I'm going to give everyone else this.
Amprolium. Amprolium is kind of the stuff you get in medicated feed.
We're going to medicate everyone.
So we're going to do this. Now this is a very concentrated material. You typically put a whole pack, 10-ounce pack, in 125 gallons of water. Well, we don't have a large source water that we give them. We give them individual water every day. So what we're going to do is dilute this, or we're only going to use half an ounce in a 5-gallon bucket. And then we're going to take that and pour it in every single waterer. Do this for about 5 days at least, a 5-day treatment. Then we'll probably use up the rest of the pack at this packet at a lower amount for the next probably 2 weeks. Pain in the butt and watering, but this stuff can spread very quickly. We're gonna have to keep her separated. We're thinking at night we'll put her in the greenhouse inside of our dog crate, and then really, since she's just so lazy, we'll just let her roam around out here away from all the other animals during the day.
Do you need scissors?
Nope. You want to put that bag in there though.
Did you already pour it in there?
Yep. Okay. So while that fills up, we're also taking all of the waterers. We're gonna just really sanitize and disinfect every single thing before we put this water in. So we got the waters with the medication inside of it. Next step is cleaning out this brooder. We're gonna empty it all. Completely take everything out, spread it all over
Which
the
I
property.
just did.
Which we just did. You did what, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, but I think since we didn't have much material out there, I think that's where everything went wrong.
Yeah. So we are going to completely clear this out, and it's a lot of work. we are done cleaning it out, and we actually went ahead and loaded a couple bales of straw or hay in there. Probably gonna do one more. We've got one more sitting here, but we just got like, I don't know what kind of stomach issue, both Shannon and I, and we had to stop for a little bit. I went in and took a shower, had some chamomile tea with some mullein that Shannon is fantastic at concocting, and I actually feel quite a bit better. And then we've got the little one down here, and I mean, she's walking around, drinking, kind of eating, but you can see she's still a little suffering. And we're gonna keep her isolated out here for most of the day with her own food and water. And then we'll take her and put her into the greenhouse in her dog crate at night. You can see she's still favoring that leg. Not as bad, but we'll have to see. Hopefully this medication will turn things around. Then in her feed, we're not just giving her basic layer feed. We're throwing in a little bit extra, something that you would find in a better mix of sunflower seeds. We got some peas in there, oats and corn, just a little bit of everything just to help her. And just by looking in here, looks like she has gone once, and it doesn't look any blood inside, so that's a good sign. And we'll just have to see how she does. It sounds harsh, but I'm less concerned with her, but I'm more concerned with the rest of the flock. I want to make sure that whatever is wrong with her doesn't transmit to the other flock, and if we do happen to lose her, we're not losing 20. Not to even consider the 50 that are in there, but those have been separated since day one, so there is nothing that could be crossing between her and them. But for these, they were together they're always together. But hopefully with their water now medicated, they will, if they don't have it, they won't get it, and we'll continue the regimen just to make sure nothing goes through. Take a brief pause from the Bumblefoot and the Coccidiosis. I need to Google how you actually pronounce that. That might be right. Well, that may be wrong. But I need to show harvest. Look at these things. They are starting to turn. These are called the Thunderbolt peppers, and they are absolutely gorgeous. Oh, look at those. Oh, what kind of bugs are those? But I also want to show the rest of these peppers that are just going crazy. This is my Tabasco plant. Still got to be my favorite one, just because it looks so cool when you have 200-300 small little Tabascos on it. And it would appear that next spring and summer I have to work on my timing when it comes to the Three Sisters method. So it finally ended up working kind of how I want it to. Like you can see up here how the beans, and there's just hundreds all throughout this. And this is not corn, but these are the sunflowers that were grown. And now the watermelon is finally starting to spread underneath, but it was extremely slow starting. So it could just be a weird year. The first time I did this, it worked out perfectly. This year did not work out so perfectly, but I'm finally getting at least beans and corn and harvesting. Well, I've gotten almost a gallon bucket full of green beans just from these couple plants. I suppose the moral of this story is, even when you screw up, like I screwed up with the Three Sister method, or it didn't work, it can still be successful. So another good thing to add is that she actually laid an egg. So this is her second egg to lay in the 3 days that she was acting funky. So fingers crossed, that's a good sign.